All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. I hope everybody had a lovely, what is it, a Wednesday? Lovely Wednesday, October 12th. And I hope the rest of your day is absolutely amazing. All right, so go over what's going on today. There's not too much to talk about in terms of TA that changed from day to day, but we will go over the daily time frame. But first, I'm just going to show you guys, hey, how could you have seen this coming? All right, how could you have seen this little sell-off coming? Right there. Right there. Do we have any other divergence that's formed? Oh, how could you have seen the rise coming? Oh, look at that. We have a bullish divergence right there. Did this form a divergence? Oh, another one, another rise called by, or another bottom called by a bullish divergence. All right, guys, they're everywhere. I don't think anybody should really be taking these things for granted. All right, they continuously nail the tops and bottoms. And over here again, we had another divergence go on right there. All right, they're not going to nail everything. All right, not every single top or bottom is going to have a bullish or bearish divergence, but I will say the vast majority, I'm talking 9 out of 10. Now, we'll say 8 out of 10. Yeah, they come with a divergence. All right, so if you are someone that plays the intraday action, intraday price action, there you go. There's your little key to not get rug pulled on. All right, or not, like it could happen on either side. All right, you could have gotten rug pulled to the upside or rug pulled to the downside. All right. All right, so aside from that, let's go over what is going on the chart. All right, what is everything saying? Okay, we're gonna go over the technicals, and then we're gonna talk about the FOMC minutes. Now, I do want to say right now, everything I say about the FOMC minutes, I've been watching me Kevin's live stream ever since he started that. So, just letting you know, that's 100% where I'm getting my information from. All right, I am not going to sit there and read it myself. All right, that is literally what that's the value me Kevin offers. All right, me Kevin is a great dude. All right, so what do we got going on? All right, what do we got? We have a CCI hinging up. We have this, I believe that is a cross right now. Yeah, so we have a cross going on the daily stochastic on QQQ. SPY, you got the same exact thing going on. Do we have a cross? We do not have a cross yet on SPY, all right, but you do have your CCI hinging right at the overbought territory. If anybody has any anybody has a solution to this, please help. Okay, please let me know what the solution is, because Google did not help. My charts keep disappearing. I do something like they stay there for the iPad, but they're not staying here on the PC. All right, so everything I've deleted this same exact wedge like 5 to 6 times now from last night, and it just keeps popping up. Let's see, did it pop up? What the hell, guys? This is what I'm saying. If anybody has any help with that, please let me know. Okay, my drawings are there, but these lines, they won't go away. They won't leave me alone. So yeah, and I made a bunch of lines on my chart last night, and now they're all gone. So that really sucks. I literally mapped out so many levels. Now, if you do want to see all the levels I'm going to be watching once the downturn commences, all right, just go over to Webull, type in simple stocks, and you guys can just easily see what I posted last night over there. And that has all my QQQ and SPY levels that I am expecting. Certain ones, I'm not saying all of them are going to have bounces, but once this level is lost, yeah, you're going to go level to level. All right, the next level is down here. All right, so congrats to anybody with 260 puts. There you go. All right, guys, so we got the daily time frame doing that. What is VIX's daily time frame showing? VIX's daily time frame looks like it is setting up a bearish divergence to the max up here. Now, I personally do believe VIX is going to be rising. I think we're going to see a spike into VIX. And I do want to also remind you guys, all right, VIX is up. SPY was just up. All right, when that happens, that means like normally, all right, well, not normally, I'm going to say this is just a thing. There's an 85% probability within the next 2 trading sessions, and only if they close that way, all right? 85% probability over the next 2 trading sessions that SPY has a down day. All right, now it also can mean this, all right? Whenever that happens, and like whenever you see it intraday, means there's room for an abrupt movement to the downside on SPY, all right, straight up. And that's why most of the time it doesn't end up closing that way. If it does close that way, that gives us a little signal right there, all right? But if VIX is up with SPY up, like I'm just saying, guys, recently we have seen the abrupt movements to the downside. We saw it yesterday, I believe, and we are seeing that right now. Look at what is happening with SPY. We were literally just up, and now, whoa, you got rug pulled. Look at what's going on, guys. What's going on? What's going on with the Qs? That is going on with the Qs. It's sexy. All right, that is sexy. I am currently all loaded up on my puts. All right, I got December 16th. I got October 31st, and I am ready for the downturn that most likely will be coming tomorrow. I think I don't know which day was CPI, but I remember we had like such a down day on Qs. I think it was this one. No, this one. All right. I think this was CPI. I'm not sure, so don't quote me. It could very much not be CPI. Maybe this was. I think this was CPI. I think this was the last CPI. Tuesday the 13th. Thursday the 13th. Okay, yeah, that's what that guy was saying. They always come out on the same date. Thank you, guy in the comment section. I don't remember who said it, but thank you very much, because that is useful information. They come out on the same day. So yes, this is what happened last time we had CPI, guys. Minus 5.5%. What happened on SPY? If SPY was down 5%, then we would have circuit breakers being hit. All right. And that was right here, correct? Yeah. So 4.3% to the downside. I personally think that's going to be happening. PPI was twice as expected. Okay. So twice as hot as expected. It's not good. I think the core PPI, that was just the same. It was 0.3. It was the estimate. So that's not a beat or anything like that on that. But the actual, like the normal PPI, yeah, guys, twice as hot. That's not sexy. Okay. That's not sexy for anybody holding for the long side. And the reason I decided to dump the calls, now I could have had a better timing on that. I very much so could have. But I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a logical being, and we already know the market is likely to start falling on Friday going into Monday. That is when England is good. The Bank of England is going to stop supporting the bond market over there, which means the whole pension fund system, it's probably going to go timber. Okay. They warned them. Hey, you have 3 days to deleverage yourself or you're going under. All right. You have 3 days. They did this so they wouldn't hey, we're not just pulling the rug out of nowhere. It's kind of out of nowhere. You got 3 days to do it. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, we got bad CPI coming out likely. And that's because, think about it this way. Okay. If the PPI was negative, right, it was twice as hot. All right. If the PPI came in twice as hot, and those are the producers experiencing the inflation. Well, who do you think the producers are putting on these costs to? They're putting on the cost to the customer. Okay, that's literally how it works. Their business model it thrives on giving all their extra costs to the customer. Okay, anytime their cost goes up, why do you think inflation occurs? Okay, like they get to take the prices up, so they don't want to lose their business. All right, if they didn't hand off these costs to the customer, the extra cost to the customer, all right, and the rising costs of the customer, then they wouldn't have a profit margin. It would eventually just disappear. All right. So if the PPI came in twice as hot, I am expecting CPI to I'm at least expecting it to come in slightly hot. And if it comes in even slightly hot or even just as expected, you likely see a very big red day. Okay. There is a chance that it comes in not hot. Okay. If it comes in under, maybe we see the market rally a bit, but I don't expect it to be like if we see it coming hot, I'm expecting the market is probably QQQ is probably Qs and SPY, they have a chance of going down we'll say 3 to 5%. Okay, maybe it's more. I don't know. We all saw what happened last time. But I'm just saying, guys, what I just said is completely logical. If the PPI came in hot, why would the CPI not be hot if they are the PPI, those people are pushing it on to the people who are responsible for the CPI, okay? So if one was hot, the other is likely to be very hot. Now, here's the reason, even if we get a beat on CPI tomorrow, I don't expect the market to have this massive rally as it would a massive dump if we beat it, okay? Or not if it beat it, but if it came in hot, all right? And here's why, all right? We just got the PPI number showing us it was twice as high. Inflation is not going away. The FOMC minutes, all right? I'm going to talk about that right now too, all right? FOMC minutes, all right? Meet Kevin. Again, go over to his channel if you want to literally get all the information that I got. Now, I will say he just recorded his video or whatever, so that's probably going to be going up soon. But the live stream, you can either listen to what I have to say. I'm going to regurgitate. Or reiterate. Is regurgitate a word? I feel like it is. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to regurgitate what me Kevin was going over for an hour because he's going to do all the heavy reading and I'm not. That's the point. That's the value he provides. All right. So I highly recommend following me Kevin. He is such a great news outlet. All right. Seriously. Now, I'm not going to say he's not biased. He does. When he flip flops, guaranteed he's biased. Guaranteed. I see it all the time. But I will say, okay, There's no one else who's going to bring you the news quicker. There's no one else who is going to just keep you up to date on every single possible thing going on around the world. All right, that has to do with our financial markets, and that's the value that me, Kevin, provides. All right. But I'm just saying, guys, they mentioned the wage price spiral. Again, me, Kevin, read this. I'm not claiming I did. All right. They mentioned the wage price spiral 10 to 20 times throughout the FOMC minutes report. This was for last month. All right. On top of that, we had the PPI number come out that already came in hot. Like, that's like proof that inflation is there. All right. Now, I'm just going to say, all right, the wage spiral, that's what I've been getting at. I haven't said specifically the wage spiral, but I'm saying the U.S. knows they have to defend their superpower. That is the superpower. The same thing that me, Kevin, was saying in his video, all right? The same thing. Like, holy crap, if this happens, Venezuela 2.0. That's what he was getting at. That's what I've been getting at for so long. They know they cannot let that happen. They know if they have anything suggesting inflation's not coming down, boom, boom, they got to put the hammer. It's hammer time, all right? They have to do it. And I'm serious, guys. If you have anything showing them that they have inflation rising instead of just staying flat, guys, they're going to put the hammer down like in a surprisingly manner, okay? In a very surprising manner. And that's going to look very rough for markets. I told you guys, like when we were at the June lows, fundamentally speaking, we have no reason to hold these lows, all right? Now we literally dipped $10 underneath it. That's fire. That's amazing. Fire, that's such a weird thing to say. Yeah, that's weird. All right. But yeah, that's amazing. Okay. For anybody who is holding puts. All right. That's great. All right. It's just kind of confirming my thesis here. Like, we have no reason to hold these. And yeah, I didn't know we were going to have a catalyst that could potentially crash the world financial system. Okay. That's messed up. It means everyone's going to be going down, and it's going to be the most panic you've seen in a very long time. When was the last time that we saw a whole financial system, and pretty much the whole world financial system, panicking because one by one everyone was being knocked down like dominoes? This, all right, this happened, and we're on the daily time frame. This happened in 21 days, so just about a month. You fell 30%. All right, we may be down 30% right now from the high. Are we down? Yeah, we're down 36%. But this is not widespread panic. This is not your Jesus. This is not your capitulation moment. And just keep in mind, the only reason we rose from down here is because they put all this new money in the system. That's literally what happened. Okay, dollar for dollar. There's like a, I want to say it's like a 0.8 to, no, not 0.8. It's an 80 to 90% correlation. What we rose on the S&P 500 to the dollars on the US balance sheet, okay? So, like, that just means, like, okay, now we're going through QT, and we're down here when they're starting QT, down here in September, like the middle of September, I think it was September 15th, all right? We're all the way down here, and now they're going to start sucking out the money that they used to put this here. I'm just saying, guys, COVID lows, that's reachable, okay? I'm not saying we do come down to COVID lows because that's very far, okay? I'm not going to make any projection way out in the future. There's no reason to. But what I will say is go over to Webull and look at the post that I posted, okay? Last night. Look at my post from last night, my update. It literally shows the levels that I'll be watching. There are so many freaking gaps here on QQQ. All right, SPY tends to fill way more gaps than QQQ, which is why, like, I rely on SPY's charting, okay? I like it. All right, but, like, I'm just saying, guys, the levels, I put those on, like, the chart, and I saved the pictures in my phone, or on my iPad, I think it was. Yeah, on my iPad. And that's strictly because, all right, that is on the table if this thing collapses, okay? You guys saw what this collapse was within a month, down 30%, all right? Not saying that happens. I'm not saying that happens, but we have something now that we didn't have then, okay? We have the close underneath here, and I've pointed out what happens when you get the close underneath NDQ. NDQ's weekly 200 MA. I'm just saying, guys, things can get really frisky here, all right? I'm not saying this happens. Again, I'm not calling for a 10 to 30% crash, okay? I'm not. But I want to point out, after you got your close, oh, what happened down here? That's 40% in 8 bars. It's 2 months, okay? But the next 3 bars, 30%. That's the panic I speak of. That's what I am expecting. That I am expecting. I'm not expecting, like, I'm not going to call for a specific move down. But I'm just saying, guys, widespread panic will likely hit very, very soon. We have it's going to be our 3rd weekly close under here, all right? I'm just saying, guys, things can, they could pick up real quick, okay, real quick. And if you do have a CPI day, okay, if you have a CPI day, again, let's just look at what happened. Like, we have low volume right here on this rise, or on this decline compared to this and this. All right, but let's look what happens on a CPI day where you go down 5%. Back here. How is it back here? Where is it? The 13th. My bugging. My complete bugging. It was right here. All right. Right here, a 4% down day, and look at that volume spike, 122 mil volume. Like, you're going to see volume pick up going into the end of the week, and I guarantee if you have a widespread panic moment, your volume's going to go crazy on Friday. So now you're going to have a high volume Thursday. I mean, either way, you have CPI, so something's happening. So volume's going to come in. CPI, we all know it. All right, which is why I set up the strangle, which, like, it kind of sucks. I'm not in the call side, but at the same time, I mean, it's whatever. All right. Friday is like, there's really no reason to be rising. All right. I'm just saying, I just like outlined this whole, like almost this whole video, this whole time I've been talking. Guys, the minutes just confirmed that everything was bad. The PPI just also confirmed it came in twice as hot, guys. That's not good at all. All right. And if that's the producer's inflation number that's good, like they're nosing, what do you think is going to happen to the consumer? The consumer price index, all right? You got the producer's price index, then you got the consumer price index. We're just getting warning sign after warning sign. Now, Bank of England comes out and, like, they're just letting the system fail. Like, straight up, guys, there really is no reason to rise. Maybe you do rise tomorrow and you go absolutely crazy, okay? But come Friday, like, it doesn't matter what's in that report, all right? Like Friday through next week. I'm not going to call it a specific date, okay? I'm not. I don't know. I just know they're going to stop buying on Friday, which means by Monday, they no longer have the thing that's holding up their bond market. And if their bond market, like that's what I'm saying, they're going to be the first domino to fall, and then everyone else is going to fall. And on top of that, you just got FOMC minutes pretty much stating like they can't slow down the financial policy. Okay, they can't loosen it up because there are no signs that inflation is stopping. Okay, that's what was just said in the last one. Things have gotten worse. On top of that, we know oil is going to go back up to highs. There's no reason for it not to. By the way, guys, this is why you always respect charts. You're most likely going to see a 4-hour divergence form here, just like we had right here. Okay, you marked your bottom right here with your 4-hour divergence, came down. That was literally your bottom. All right, you marked the top right here with your 4-hour divergence. I know, sloppy line, but like, look at this. You literally, okay, again, sloppy line. But you marked it with the 4-hour divergence, okay? Saying, guys, it is very probable that we see this thing continue to fall for a few days, all right? And you're going to see something like that form, and then boom, all right? I'm just saying, guys, it is going to get really ugly when this thing starts skyrocketing, all right? If that happens, like, everyone knows it. That's the thing, okay? So even if that inflation report comes in, it's like it's showing signs that inflation are going down, or it like is right at expectations, I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, maybe you get like a decent 1 to 2% move to the upside tomorrow if that does come in hot, or not hot. If it comes in, what's the cold? I guess we could say if it comes in cold. All right, if it comes in hot, we die. If it comes in cold, we don't. We rise a little, but then like come Friday, yeah, everything's gonna fail anyway. So who cares? So maybe it is gonna. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I do expect it to be bad. All right, that's all I can really say about it. I hope everyone is prepared for that. All right, Bitcoin again. If you rise on the indices, Bitcoin's gonna break out. I told you guys. I don't think that's gonna happen because like whoever's controlling Bitcoin knows that hey, if we let this thing break out, a lot of people are probably going to buy it. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want a bull trap, okay? Maybe it happens like that. You get a close, then boom, they send it down with the market. I don't know, okay? But like we know the markets are most likely to go down, all right? And if Bitcoin breaks up, that means like buyers are going to step in. Everyone knows that, all right? So I'm just saying, guys, it's not looking hot. It is not looking hot. On Bitcoin, you can't go up. You can't physically go up, or like the dealers are going to get screwed on Bitcoin. I'm not saying dealers because there probably really aren't dealers. I mean, actually, no, there probably are market makers with Bitcoin. Someone's got to do it. But either way, I mean, the big whales are going to, that's probably not in their favor, okay? They want a capitulation moment so that everyone could buy cheap, all right? This is like the perfect storm for our capitulation moment. I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know the charts were going to predict this. I had no idea, but they are predicting it. On top of that, again, we get two bearish, like we got one bearish data point today, and then we got one data, like not data point, but we got the FOMC minutes from last month, which outlined that, hey guys, we're not seeing any slowdown, and we're seeing signs of a price wage spiral. That's terrible. That's the exact opposite of what they need to do to protect that superpower I've been talking about for weeks. All right. And they're not going to let the superpower go because, again, they can't fix it once the superpower is gone. Okay. It's going to turn into a Venezuela. I said it many times on this channel. All right. That's literally what happens. Okay. It's unlimited printing. Unlimited QE. That's what it does. Okay. We've had unlimited QE up until they, things got rough. Things started breaking. Well, now things are really going to start breaking, and things are, they're looking bleak. Okay. They're looking bleak. All right, guys. So with that being said, I think that's everything. We don't really have anything else to talk about here. VIX, I do think it's going to spike up and form that bearish divergence. But at the same time, if we do get the capitulation moment, then you are finally, I've seen a lot of YouTube channels call it, people look for a $45 spike on VIX to call bottoms. Okay. I am looking for the same thing. This is why I say, like, we're nowhere close to the bottom. Look at what we've been doing. We haven't seen this. That was COVID 2020. All right. Shout out to anyone who's in calls there. Okay. If you got like dated calls for $500, all right, and they're at $40 calls right now, I don't know how much they are, but we're just hypothetically speaking here, and then it goes to $80, dude. Your $500 contract is it's $4,000. All right. Good GGs. Okay. GGs. It's an 8x return. We're gonna do way better on our SPY puts if that does happen than we would on VIX calls, which is why we're not playing VIX. But yeah, guys, again, you had this spike over 45 here, and I don't have a specific number, but people say 45. All right. So I guess that is a safe number. And if we do see the VIX at 45, just know this is now where we can start looking for a bottom. Okay. And if we don't see it, there's that. Okay. Right here. What was this? June 2020. Let's actually look at the correlation. I'm just curious at this point. VIX, SPY. All right, let's just come over here. All right, right here. Where did we see that spike? Was it up here? Oh, it's over here. It's over here. Yes. Okay. So where was that in here? I just want to see. Was that correlated with the bottom? That was 2020, right? We saw this spike. The spike right here. All right, so it was correlated with this bottom right there. So you know what? I guess there's some truth to the whole VIX over 45 thing. That's when we can start looking for a bottom. And what is going on with the Qs? It is rising here. And like I'm just saying, guys, this is all like this price action that really doesn't matter. I told you guys how you can see these things ahead of time. All right, but like all in all, this is really price action that does not matter. Because, hey, guys, like, we know it's right around the corner, and that's that. But I will still say it's way safer to be in a hedge. It's way safer to be in a hedge than not to be hedged. I'm not hedged right now. I wish I was because, again, it's just that unsettled, or not even hedged. Well, yeah, hedged. I don't want the full-on strangle because, like, there's such a high probability that it comes out negative and you die, all right? And on top of that, you die either way after that. But like even just like if you're playing just calls with Friday's expiration, all right, if you just have that be like 10% of your put position, I think that'll do someone very well because if you do get that 2% spike, all right, or 3%, whatever you get, if CPI comes in like negative, not like not a beat, not hot, then there you go. Like that's what you like. You're gonna make some money on that, and then you're gonna be able to put that into puts, right? So, I mean, it's a good idea, but at the same time, like, it's just whatever. I will buy more puts if we do see a spike, and they will be December 16 because I know I will not fail on that trade. That trade, by the way, guys, I think it still is. It should be up, like, at least 30% right now. And that's after all of this chip chop, okay? Like, straight up. Yeah, we're up 33% still on that position with a 719 average, all right? Sexy, all right, but keep in mind you could, I mean, I averaged down, but you could literally, if you took your whole position at the best possible entry at the gap fill on QQQ straight up, guys, you would have gotten these contracts at $500. All right, you would be up still 100% right now, and you could have had a chance to be up over 100% on that day, probably down here. All right, like straight up contracts, they're supreme. All right, the trading on this channel, supreme. All right, we like to keep emotions at the door. All right. Sometimes I don't do the best job of that, but I still advocate for it. All right. And I recommend anybody do so because that is the only way you are going to be like, I mean, I got the TA for you, but if you don't leave the emotions at the door, you're not going to be able to do what is necessary to win. All right. With that being said, guys, I I will catch you guys later. I hope everybody has a lovely rest of the day, and peace.